Hello, muckers. Welcome back to the Wendy Williams Show. So we are going to be implementing a new section on my channel called Ask Adam, which I'm very excited for. So if you have ever watched the Wendy Williams Show, then I have Dolly right beside me. Her eyes are beaming, following me, and Bonnie as well. If you don't watch my Twitch streams, you just miss the interval of how hyper they are right now. So I'm surprised they're even sitting in peace right now. If you've ever stumbled across the Wendy Williams Show, you will know that there was a section in it called Ask Wendy, which was my favorite thing to, honestly, it got me through school as background noise of people would go on the Wendy Williams Show and they would ask Wendy about a situation they were going through, and Wendy would give her advice on it. And yes, we were also doing karaoke. So if you don't watch the streams, you missed a whole show. So I'm sweating. So I implemented a new section in my Discord, which you can join if you want. The link will be down below. And I basically said that we're going to do a similar format to what Wendy Williams does, and we're going to give it a shot and see how it goes. So let's go for it, okay? And we're going to try our best, and we're going to go for it. And yeah, so I do not have a specific order or anything. I'm just going to kind of read these and give my opinions on them. So the first one is, "Hi Adam, am I wrong for smoking weed above a daycare? I'm female 24 living with my partner in an apartment that happens to be above a daycare. I smoke weed regularly because of my chronic illness and want to sit on my balcony to smoke. It's legal where I live, but I still feel bad. The only other option is smoking inside because I can't leave my apartment easily if I don't smoke when they are outside. Take an edible. Take an edible. Easy as that. Easy as that. Make you a good cookie. You know what I mean? I think this is very easily solved. And I also just think, don't do it above a daycare. I know that this is you're living there and you live there equally as what there's a daycare and stuff, and I understand that. However, there are other ways where you don't have to put that very big smell above a daycare. I think that there are ways to go about that. And also, if you want to smoke, do it whenever it's nighttime or something, right? On your balcony. But there are ways around this. There are ways around this, okay? All right, we'll do another one. Let me see. How did I get over FOMO? I think this is an interesting one. Very short one, but very interesting one. I think the thing is, you have to realize that a fear of missing out is so broad, and you kind of have to imagine if you were there and realize that, oh, if I was there, I actually probably wouldn't be missing out on this as much as what I think I would. And that sounds so simple, but I just think that is what to do. I used to have extreme FOMO whenever I would be on a holiday or a trip and I would see my friends go to the club or something. And then the only thing that got me through it was okay, let me imagine if I was at the club right now. I know exactly how it would go. So I think that there's a way around FOMO, and it's just kind of imagining yourself there, and you'll realize that you just kind of have a romanticized opinion of it because it's not easily available to you rather than actually missing it. All right. I'm just kind of scrolling through here, by the way, as well. All right. Adam, I, 20-year-old woman, want to move out of Indiana. It's boring and I've grown up here, so I can't stand it. I think that I want to move to Reno, but I'm scared to move out of my family's town and I've never lived in a different state than them. Plus, my sister is going to college in Cincinnati and wants me to move in with her. But I want to go to a warmer climate. Should I fulfill my own dreams or stay here near my family? For context, I also do online adult content creation, and I'd like to be closer to California for work reasons, so this would possibly be a great step in my future. Move out alone. Move out alone. Listen, not even about the line of work that you do, but don't move to Cincinnati because your sister wants you to move with her. Don't stay with your family because your family wants. You are 20 years old, you're in your 20s now. Live life for you, and you need this attitude. And I always will say this to my friends, do not do what other people want you to do. I remember we did an Am I the Asshole, and it was two friends fought each other because they both agreed to go to the same college, and when they went to the college, one of the friends got pregnant and then left the college, and the other one didn't even want to go to that college. She only went to that college. Who remembers this? They only went to the college because their friend wanted to go, but then their friend got pregnant and didn't end up going to the college, so they went to the college that they didn't want to go to. Live life for you. Do not move to Cincinnati because your sister wants to live there. Great for her, she can live there. Don't stay with your family because your family wants you to stay there. Live life for you. People remember that one. It was messy. Live life for you, Kaylee, or Callie, sorry, and thrive, okay? All right, here is another one. How should I greet my friend who went to Germany when he gets back? He had an awful summer in Europe away from everything he knows, and I don't know what would seem like too much or too little. What? How would I greet my friend who went to Germany when he gets back? He's had an awful summer in Europe away from everything he knows, and I don't know what would seem like too much or too little. Here's the thing, throw the biggest party ever and overwhelm him. Um, I mean, if he's had such a bad summer, coming back, he'll be pretty happy to see you anyway. Just don't go above and beyond. Do a nice dinner or something like that. Okay. Adam, should I try to see if my guy friend likes me or should I play dumb? Ooh, he seems to be suppressing his feelings. Is he, or are you living in a little thing that I live in called delusions? I, 20 female, and him, 20 male, have been friends for a couple of years, but our fake flirting seems to have some feelings behind it. He's shy and like that, and I don't want to do anything to push him away. I'm going to be honest with you in the nicest way possible. The best case scenario in this, in your eyes, is that you get together, and the worst case scenario is you lose one of your best friends. I'm going to be honest with you, Queen. I think that if he had feelings with you, the fake flirting would probably have been a little bit more intense by now, and it would have went into like actual flirting, because there's very much so a difference between fake flirting and flirting. And I'm going to be honest with you, if it was any more than that, I think he would have already made a move by now, just like based on situations that I've like been in on both ends of that. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I genuinely think that he would have made a move by now. And I think that fake flirting is something that is very common within friends that are just friends, because it's a boundary that you can both have without it meaning anything else. So the worst case scenario is you would lose your best friend, and the best case scenario is you would start dating. But the more general one is that he thought that you were just playing around the same way that you were, and that it's this awkwardness between both of you. So I'm gonna tell you also, if this is not great for you, like if you're interested in him, maybe back off a little bit as well so you don't get your feelings hurt. I'm gonna be honest. Okay, Adam, my boyfriend 26 wants to pay all of my 24 bills when I get back to school for 6 years. I'm so afraid of having a dependent relationship out of fear of no. Thank you, but no thank you. Please do not let your boyfriend pay. Please do not let your boyfriend pay. And people are saying let him pay. No, chat. No. Don't let him pay. Don't let him pay, because you have no idea what someone who's even the nicest person to you will use that over your head. Do not let him pay. Queen, look at me. This isn't you. This isn't you. This isn't you. I'm serious. You're even saying it. I'm afraid of having a dependent relationship out of fear that someone will abuse it. So there's something in your head that's thinking that already. Don't have it be your own thing. It's your education. Even if you can't afford it, or, even if you have debt that you need to pay off, there will be guilt tripping. And even if it's the slightest thing, like you don't want to make dinner and he goes, oh, well, I'm the one who's paying for your entire education, it will be used against you. And you're even kind of thinking it yourself. Say thank you, but no thank you. And it doesn't even have to be a rude conversation. It can be, thank you, but I just kind of want it to be like my own thing. I think that is the best thing. Please. And yeah, chat are saying, like, listen to your inner voice there. Listen to your inner voice. Hi, Adam. What would you do if people are bullying you and have code words for you? What age are we? And they leave the theater program, and you can leave the theater program, but you're finally getting leadership roles you waited 3 years for. Okay, so this person is saying that they have waited and worked to get these leadership roles, but they're in an unhappy environment because the people in it are bullying them and using keywords. Give me a moment. Here's what I think you should do. You've worked your ass off to get there. Continue that. Focus on you. It'll be hard to drown that out, but the further you climb, the more you'll probably deal with the fucking code words, because you're moving up and up and up, and you've, worked for this. I have cat hair on my nose. Sorry about that. And you've worked for this. Don't let them take you down, because imagine how many people, unfortunately have to deal with this, and they do, unfortunately give up because it's very hard and stuff like that, and kind of think about how much work you've put into this, how much work you will continue to put into this, and what you will get from this experience of finally having leadership roles. And also, once you have leadership roles, you can start putting your foot down a little bit more as well whenever it comes to those kind of things. You know what I mean? When you have leadership roles and beyond, you kind of have a little bit of control over these people that you didn't have as well. And yeah, Chatter's saying that this is clear jealousy. I completely agree. But again, once you start getting those leadership roles and working your way up, you'll also have a little bit more control over them to tell them to shut the fuck up. So keep that in mind as well. And don't throw away everything you've worked for because people are being assholes. I know it's hard, but don't. I, 19, have a group of friends and we're all very tight-knit. One of my friends I genuinely want to distance myself from for a number of reasons. They're very scary and destructive in some situations, and they trigger my trauma. They were really close with my ex, who was in the friend group, and my ex tried to cheat on me with them. Friend groups are just the worst. My ex sucked, and it wasn't the friend's fault, but it was a very bad situation for me. I forgave the friend, but just being around them is very triggering and reminds me of the situation. They bring up what happened and my ex a lot. Okay, why? And it's very hard. Interrupting my healing process with therapy. And here's the thing. This is your healing process. Get rid of them. Even if you are dealing with loneliness for a couple weeks because you have no friends, because you've gotten rid of these ones or gotten rid of that one, it is worth it. It is worth it. It is worth it. It is you before anything else, specifically when there's so much personal connection there. Listen, I would rather be lonely than be with bad company. And you're not only with bad company right now, you're with, in your words, triggering company. Drop them. Drop them, drop them, drop them. Do you have any advice on how I can slowly distance myself from them? Here's the thing. I don't think it needs to be slowly. Call me crazy. Whenever I have been in friend groups that I no longer wanted to be a part of, for better or for worse, it was not a slow process for me. I wouldn't block anyone or I wouldn't unfollow anyone, but I know maybe this is wrong to do, but I just would stop showing up, or I would stop responding to plans, or I would get lunch on my own, or I would talk to, friends that I would never talk to before, or I think we focus so much on how do I slowly get myself out of something. I think that it's almost better to just, I'm not saying block them. I'm not saying unfollow them. Go at your own pace. However, what I would say is this slow, gradual thing, it's not for me specifically. Just ghost them. And I know that there's a taboo around ghosting people and stuff. Just ghost them. Ghost them. Get them out. They're not doing it and they're not great for you. Just ghost them. It doesn't need to be a gradual thing. Ghost them. Sorry. All right. Cupid. Should I message the guy I like Adam? Also, am I delusional for wanting to be in a relationship with my childhood best friend? Yeah. Okay, Chatter's saying that they're pro-ghosting as well. Pro-ghosting is in specific situations where it is necessary. This person is saying, am I delusional for wanting to be in a relationship with my childhood best friend? It's a guy I like. Yeah. I haven't even read it, but it's always just a recipe for disaster. Who also wanted to be in a relationship, but now is not texting me because he's busy with work, because he didn't want to be in a relationship with you. I think it's very easy for people who are childhood best friends to blur those lines and then realize that the reason they're so close is because they're childhood friends. And that's it. They're not childhood lovers. Unfortunately, Queen, this is not something that is going to work out. And that is why you're now experiencing the ghosting period, which we just talked about previous. And I don't know about you. I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking about me. Whenever it comes to relationships and stuff like that, can really start to believe my own delulus. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I'll read on what you said. He also wanted to be in a relationship, but now is not texting me because he's busy with work. He's not. You imagine on your busiest day, you still go on your phone. And this is so hard to hear. And it's so easy for me to say this whenever I'm not going through a situation like this. But whenever I'm going through a situation like this and someone tells me this, I want to cry. Even on your most challenging work day, you will still go on your phone. He's not responding to you because he doesn't want to respond to you. He hasn't responded in a month. All right, well, you have your answer there. You have your answer there. Should I text him hey, are you all right? Please don't do that. Because the last thing we talked about was this man wanting a whole relationship, and I understand he's busy. Girl, he's not. He's not busy. He just doesn't want a relationship. But a whole 30 days and I don't get a single reply. Like, one message is all I need. I know, it sucks. I'm on your side with this. I'm on your side, by the way, with this. It makes me feel like I read things wrong when he's the one. No, men love to do this. Men love to feed into delusions so they can, like, prey on it. And then when things get a little bit too extreme, they will ghost you. This is not you being delusional because you were led on. That's not being delusional. Being delusional is not, this is not you being delusional, is what I meant to say. You were being led on. You cannot be delusional in a situation where you're being led on. And yes, women do it too, but I'm talking about this specific instance. You're not being delusional, and you should not text him. Princess, I hate to say to you, this is the end of the friendship too. I know that this is your childhood best friend. This is the end of the relationship in all capacities, I think. I think there's now going to be this awkward tension that both of you fed into, and it'll never be the same. And also, I wouldn't even want or look at my childhood best friend the same if any sneeze. That hurt. I wouldn't even look at my childhood best friend the same if they were going a month leaving me on red. Thank you for blessing me. This is no longer your friend. In the most respectful way. I'm going to love you and leave you with that. You're not delusional, but this is no longer a friend of yours. And I'm sending you so much love because I've been there. All right. Someone is saying that, hey, Adam, I have to go to boarding school with my ex-girlfriend. What is it with y'all and your exes? Can any of y'all keep a relationship? I'm kidding. I don't know the context of this one. I'm just making a joke. Lighten the mood. I have to go to boarding school with my ex-girlfriend who will not leave me alone. I have tried to block them, but they have found other ways of contacting me, and I'm nervous to go back to boarding school with her because she has manipulated me into doing things I do not want to do with her. Do you have any advice on how I could get her to leave me alone at boarding school? Because the teachers don't help with the situation, and I have to figure this out by myself. Okay. This may be evil, but the shady side of me wants you to, with your group of friends at boarding school, whether it's people you live with or people that you're closest to, you tell them everything about your girlfriend and how your girlfriend will not leave you alone and all these things. Your friend group will start protecting you. Your friend group will start protecting you. And obviously this is how like drama starts and stuff with like people, you know, talking amongst each other. But to protect yourself, do it. Do it. Do it. Your friend group will start to look after you in ways that are important. And I know a lot of people in chat are saying, like, get a new girlfriend. Okay, but, like, what if you're not ready to get a new girlfriend? Like, don't get a new girlfriend just in the sake of trying to get your, you know, ex to stop bothering you. Build a support system of friends and let them know what you're going through, because you will realize, especially at a fucking boarding school, how protective you will all get of your little grips and stuff like that, which is also scary to me, but it's always better to open up to people you trust when it comes to things like this. Absolutely. That's why I'm saying if you're friends, you know what I mean? So get your friends to have your back and let them know what's going on if you feel comfortable with it. That's currently where I'm at with this one. All right, let me do another one. Hey Adam, I'm struggling internally right now with my career. I work in insurance, and it's gotten to the point where I dread going in every day. My mental health is suffering, and I hate the days. Prior to this, I was a nanny, and I loved it. I'm considering going back to that, but my insurance job pays really well with insurance and retirement, and it's great. I hate being at the point in my life where it's so early and I feel like I'm going nowhere. Should I go back to nannying and pay for my own benefits or stick it out? You've made it apparent that you're still young, and insurance jobs, office jobs will drain your life. And I will always be someone that says go to what makes you happy. But I will always say go to what makes you happy, that will support you and make you be able to pay your bills. And whether that, and so here's what you do. We're getting rid of the insurance job. We're getting rid of it. What we're doing is we're going back to nannying, and we're making sure that we're making a profit. We're making sure we're making a profit. We're making sure that we're not just losing all this money. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to nannying, but take up more jobs than what we normally would. So the profit is not that little, and you're happy, which is more important. You know what I mean? You're happy, which is more important. I think that is so important. I really, really, really do, especially when it comes to jobs that drain you. I mean, I've experienced both of my brothers go into spirals of depression for months from office jobs. And it literally breaks my heart. And I know that, they work towards now a job that they're wanting to do. And they don't make the same amount of money. They don't have the same amount of insurance, like on their retirement or anything like that, but they're happy. And I think that that's important. And I think that, I know Chatter's saying that, save a little bit of money from the insurance, maybe give yourself a deadline. Maybe be like, I'm going to work at the insurance for 3 more months, and I'm going to work damn hard for those 3 months. Save that money, go to nannying. I still do think you should pick up more nanny jobs so you make a bigger profit than what you normally did. And bingo, you're much more fulfilled in life. And that's all that matters. That is all that matters. That is all that matters. And I'm wishing you so much love. With that, hey Adam, I moved to Scotland, up the Scots, hi, 8 years ago from the north of Ireland, near Belfast. Hey, okay. Sometimes I miss my family and friends, but I love this one, not because of the contents of it, but because I can closely identify with it. So this person is from Belfast. I'm from Derry, which is like an hour away. I've been to Belfast many times. I know exactly what this person's going to talk about. Sometimes I miss my family and friends, but I experienced way more homophobia there than anywhere else, which I can vouch for and is true. I would like to be close to my family, but I'm not confident that I want to move back. As someone who made a similar journey, do I have any thoughts? Don't move back. And I'm speaking one-on-one with you right now as someone who... Why am I going to cry? I am speaking one-on-one to you right now. Don't move back. What you can do is... oh my God. What you can do is move closer to home than Scotland. Scotland and, the north, right, of Ireland. What you could do is move to like mid UK. So you're closer to home than Scotland, right? And you could make that leap, and that's a big leap and something to, celebrate within itself. One thing that happens, and it happens to me, and I'm speaking again directly to you, Derry was the exact same. And whenever I left Derry and moved to Brighton, I ended up getting this romanticization of maybe it wasn't that bad. Maybe I could deal with it again, like the homophobia and all like this, because you're forgetting exactly like the day in day outs of the normalization of it, especially in the north of Ireland, especially in Belfast, way worse than Derry. You're It's not worth it. Move down from Scotland to mainland UK. It'll be much easier to come and go from Belfast in that city. You'll be much closer to home. You will not be happy when you move back home. And unfortunately, I know what you're saying, that you miss your family and friends. Your mental health and your safety and everything is so much more important. But what I will say to you as well is that Belfast is progressing. Derry is progressing. And like the tides are turning, and give it a couple years, because Derry is the most gay place I've ever been to now. Everyone's gay on those streets, especially all the young ones. Lesbies and gays everywhere. Give it a little bit of time. Move to mainland UK in terms of, like a city that's, opposite Belfast on the map. I don't know what that would be, like Leeds or Manchester or something like that. Don't move back. Give it a couple years, and I promise you the changes in Belfast are happening because they're happening in Derry, and then you can consider it. But until then, move closer to home. That's not home. You can visit, and I'm sending you so much love. Being there, I understand exactly. You've been in Scotland for 8 years now. Try a new city. You know what I mean? Try a new city that's closer to home, that isn't home. There's so much more new excitement there as well. You know what I mean? And I'm sending you a lot of love with that. Bonnie is going crazy right now. Dolly, any thoughts? Did you just hear her swallow? Did you hear her swallow? She went. She is sleeping back there. Okay, so yeah, I'm sending you so much love with that one. I really, really, really am. All right, let's do another one. I'm currently going through. All right. Adam, I need thruple advice. Ooh. Okay. Adam, thank you so much for that, for reminding me that my happiness matters. Of course. It does. It does. Straight up. I need thruple advice. I started dating my ex-husband straight out of high school. We were together 10 years, got married 8.5 years in. Okay. We brought a friend of mine since 7th grade into our relationship 9 years in, but it was never official, but we took her on vacation with us and dates and did adulty things together. He asked me for a divorce because he found out that I was smoking W. I'm taking W's. He found out I was smoking weed. He didn't like it and worked out of town 2 weeks at a time, which is when I would partake. So he never knew until she told him. So the other one. Wait, yeah, are they getting a divorce because of that? So the three of us broke up. Oh, all three of them went down. So all three of us broke up, and she promised she would never be with him without me. Uh-oh. Guess what? I told him not to talk to her because he was discussing us working on things. He moved out of our home and left me and our son there. He is a good dad, paid child support, and continued to call me every day and discuss our situation and what was best for us and the kids. I always suspected that them two were talking, but I couldn't prove it. Fast forward 2 years, she and him have been together for 2 years, and he and I are friends. We talk on the phone every day when he is at work, and we celebrate our son's birthday together. Here's when the advice comes in. All right. Sorry, my nose is itchy because I have a cat hair. Let me wipe it. Damn cat hair. I'm trying to get it. I'm like dry sniffing my nose because there's like, it's like I'm trying to get off my cold. So it's like I can't freaking barely breathe out of my nose. Here's where the advice comes in. Us being friends, he talks to me about relationship stuff. He complains, etc. And because we were each other's only real relationship, he values my advice and follows it 9 times out of... I'm going to be honest, it's inappropriate for him to be coming to you for relationship advice with someone that he's dating that you were in a throuple with. It is inappropriate. It's inappropriate, especially when you're the mother of his child. It's inappropriate. It's inappropriate. And it's also a huge slap in the face because you didn't think that they were still together and they were still together. It's a slap in the face. It really is. He values my advice. I harbor a lot of anger at her and him both, as you should. And sometimes I want to give him bad advice. Should I? Is that petty? No. She is good to my son and my ex seems happy. Things could have wound up far worse. So is it worth the petty? Okay. It's not worth the petty because your son's involved. It's not worth the petty because your son's involved. What it is worth is you messaging the next time he comes for advice and go, by the way, this is a slap in the face. You know, we broke up and I thought we were all breaking up and you two are together for 2 years, which I had suspicions about, but I didn't know. And now you're coming to me with relationship advice. It's inappropriate. Either talk to me about our son or do not talk to me at all. And put your foot down. It's not worth the petty because your son's involved, but it is worth you putting your foot down that this is a huge slap in the face. So it is time, yes, to set a boundary, and I want you to send that message. Next time, hey, this makes me uncomfortable, and this is also a slap in the face. Let's continue talking about our son, but don't talk to me about this anymore. All right. Okay. Hey, Adam, I'm here again. Hi. But do you have any advice on how I can help my mother? I, 19, have been one of my mom's comfort people. She is currently legally married to my father, but he is an ass and abusive to her and all of us, and she can't leave him because of financial reasons, as she'd need to get a divorce and a new apartment because her mother-in-law, my grandmother, lives next door, so there would be no point with that close access to kick him out, but she can't afford rent. For the past 13 years or so, she's been with this guy I'll call Robert. Robert is closer in age to her, and he has more in common with her. She loves Robert a lot and is engaged to him. However, these past few years, Robert has been treating her like shit. I'm confused. So, I guess we're being told legally married, as in this person's mother and father aren't together, but they're still legally married. I think that's what it is. No, I don't think it's a poly thing. I think it's literally like they're legally married, but they're not together. And the reason they're not going to get a divorce, I guess, is because of the property, which is what we were talking about. I think that's what it is. I think I worked it out. But the mother has been... Oh, these fucking cat hairs. But this mother has been dating Robert, but now Robert is starting to be the worst and treat her like shit. It first started when he was pouting when he couldn't see her because my mom was stressed with taking care of her sick mother and her dying father, which was stressful and traumatic, while also trying to work a full-time job at McDonald's during the pandemic. He was angry she wasn't spending time with him when she could have had dinner. I got mad at him back and sent him an angry message that caused him to come to his senses. However, this year he's been awful to her. He works at a restaurant as a maintenance manager, and he worked with this 18-year-old girl named Bree who is younger than me. He's been buying Bree jewelry more times than he ever gave my mom, giving her rides behind her back, deleting text messages and masking her number as a guy's, admitting to being attracted to her, and seems to value her over my mother. He made her cry on her birthday when he finally admitted he gave jewelry to Bree, the 18-year-old, by the way, after months of denying it. He said he threw it away for months the whole time. He refuses to stop talking to Bree to save his relationship. My mom needs to leave, but she doesn't want to give up 13 years. How do I stop her being used? She's crying nearly every day, and I try to do things to make her feel special, but she's hurt. I feel bad for your mother. Um, wow. Someone wrote it in chat, and I hate to, I really hate to like play this card, but I don't think I can say anything. Someone in chat took the words literally out of my mouth. They were like, there is nothing you can do other than showing your mother that she is very loved, that she is very loved, and that she has a support system. I'm going to be honest. I think that that's the only thing you can do. I really do. To show her she's loved, value her. And I know you're saying you're trying to make her feel special. Just continue doing that. Your mother is grieving not only her relationship with your father that didn't work, but now the 13 years with Robert. Just make her feel loved and special. I that's kind of all I can say on that one. All right, let's do another one. Adam, how do I stop feeling guilty after finally putting me first and not being a stupid people pleaser? Very easy. Think if they would put you first, and if they wouldn't, don't put them first. Sorry. Hey Adam, I have a question. I'm a lesbian and I'm afraid to come out to my parents. How do you suggest I should come out? Gauge the situation. First of all, know if it's a safe atmosphere to come out in. Number one. Very important. And if it is a safe environment, do it in a context that isn't very overwhelming for anyone involved, because for some reason people like to put so much stress on when they're going to tell. Don't put a lot of stress on the moment for you, for them. Have it be as casual as possible, because the more casual you make it, the more casual it'll seem to your parents, because it is. Don't make it a big deal. Yeah. And also, I'm going to be honest with you. Not coming out is not that big of a deal as well. Like, so many of my friends only came out to their parents after they were in a relationship. And I know that when you're in the closet, it can kind of feel like the biggest thing ever and like a big secret and stuff like that. Once you come out, and if you're in an accepting environment, you'll realize that you didn't necessarily need to come out, if that makes any sense. Obviously, this is situational. Feel free that you can keep stuff for yourself if you want to. And if you want to hit them with it whenever you're in a relationship, that's something you can do. Or if you do want to tell them and you deem that it's a safe environment, keep it very casual. Keep it casual. And also, yeah, just because they're your parents doesn't mean that you have to come out to them. Just because they're your friends doesn't mean you have to come out to them. There is so much pressure with it. Yeah. Go at your own pace and don't stress yourself out and just live. All right, let's do another one. Hey Adam, I need advice about a difficult situation with my girlfriend's family. My girlfriend and I have been together for 7 years, And her family used to like me, but ever since the pandemic and differences in masking or comfort level, I was more cautious than they were. Her family have a negative opinion of me now. They think that I'm a bad influence on my girlfriend, and I've done nothing else to make them believe that. I've tried so hard to change their minds with no success. Should I give up and accept that they won't like me? You don't need them to like you. You don't need them to like you. Your girlfriend likes you, and that's all that matters. Your girlfriend can deal with that. And if she deems that she doesn't want to deal with it, she won't deal with it either. You are your own people. You live your own lives. You love your girlfriend loves you. Who cares what her family think? And I'm sure she probably has a similar atmosphere, especially over something like wearing a fucking mask. Are you kidding me? They're going to have a vendetta against you if they want to. You love your girlfriend loves you. Good thing you're not dating her family, you're dating her. That's it. We'll do one more. I wonder if my mods have sent me any that maybe I would get to. I don't think they have, so I think I'll just... Okay, they haven't. So I will just read one myself. Okay, we'll do one more. I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading through these. I'll put these on the screen. I love that there's so many people being like, back again for another one. All right, let me find a good one. Interesting. I don't know which one to do. There's a lot of really good ones. Sorry, I'm like sitting in silence here because I'm like trying to figure out which one I want to do. All right, there's a lot of ones about coming out and stuff, so I may as well read. Hold on, let me read this one. I, 20, currently live with my parents. Some background. I am adopted. I am Spanish Mexican, and they are white. So maybe it has to do with racism, sorry. And have 3, 24, 14, and 13 siblings that are biological to parents 45. Right now, I have an amazing job. I'm in college. I have great friends too. The problem is that my parents pretend I don't exist, even though I live under the same roof. They want nothing to do with me. I do recognize that they are manipulative narcissists, and I know that I am codependent on them. I do want a relationship with them, but I feel drained for trying. When I was in middle school around 13, and I remember how they literally ignored me for the whole school year. No talking, no nothing. My question is, do I give up on trying to create a relationship? Yep. You know what you start doing now? What you start doing now is you start making your plan for what you do when you move out. That's right. Someone said it. Some relationships are not worth it. These are not people that you want or need to be around. Start making your plan on what you're going to do. You know, a song by Rina Sawayama, Chosen Family. We do not need to be related to be, We don't need to be related to relate. We don't need to share our dreams or a surname. You are my choice. It's an entire song about you get to choose your own family. And that'll be friends, that'll be family, that'll be whatever. This is an exciting era for you. The circumstances are incredibly unfortunate, and this is fucking devastating. But to turn a shitty situation into a great one is you now have the tools to create your own life and your own family and your own support system. And I think that that's a really beautiful thing. Unfortunately, you've had to go through what you've gone through, but at least for some optimism, you get to choose your family now. You get to go and find your people. You get to go and live your life, and I'm so excited for you. And my advice to you would be give up on that relationship. There never was one. Process that and go and learn and figure out the kind of people you want to be around, you want to surround yourself with, and make your own family. And please listen to Chosen Family by Rina Sawayama. It is my favorite song of all time. It is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly beautiful. Incredibly beautiful. All right. Um, I'll read this one as kind of a last one, the most recent one. Hi, I put some of this earlier, but I want to know if you have any ideas on how to make friends from a person with social anxiety. All right, here's what I'm doing. It is more common than you would think on how many people have social anxiety. And there are social situations that are created that kind of benefit people with social anxiety, in my opinion, like a park on a summer's day, where everyone's kind of sitting on their own. Even being surrounded by people, whether you're talking to them or not, is a great first step. Don't rush it. Don't force it. Be seen, be out, go to parks, go to cafes, even by yourself. Because, first of all, you'll have a great time by yourself as well. The more that you're out, the more you will be comfortable around people, and the more opportunities there are for people to speak to you or for you to speak to people. And also, in social situations like going to a cafe, you have to have interactions with people for that situation to work. You have to go in and say, hello, can I get a table? Can I get this? Can I get that? Thank you so much. There's social interactions in that, and that's a great first step. Take it step by step. There are those kind of, things in place in social situations anyway that kind of will force you a little bit to have to talk to people. I think it's a great first step. And don't put pressure on yourself. Take it at your own pace and go out and do things. And you also learn to love your own company, and you get to figure out what you want in other people. I think it's a win-win situation. And there's that. So this was the first episode of Ask Adam. Let me know if you would want any more of these, if you want to go over to the Discord and write your own. And yeah, I had fun. Thank you for being here. Okay.